Did you just take a selfie of yourself, producer?
Hello, I'm Mars and I'm vegetarian.
So how long have you been vegetarian for?
I've been vegetarian since 2019, January 2019. I just wanted to reduce my carbon footprint.
Do you find it difficult to find vegetarian food in Singapore?
In the past year of me becoming full vegetarian, there are actually a lot of vegetarian options, even in restaurants or places that you may think do not have those options.
So can we follow you around on your day to see what a Singaporean vegetarian diet is like?
Okay, how about tomorrow?
Sure.
Okay, see you. See you guys. Good morning everyone. The Eatbook producers, Isabel and Maverick, will be following me today to find out what I usually eat on a daily basis. So first up, we have breakfast, my favourite meal of the day. I usually opt for more whole grains, such as wholemeal bread or oats. So today, I'll be showing you guys how I make my breakfast oats. Last time in the past, my mum would usually add milk, but I think I decided to keep this recipe like vegan. But if you want it a bit more creamy, you can always add milk too. Once they are fully cooked, I will just add on the condiments or ingredients that I want, such as bananas, peanut butter, homemade cranberry jam, as well as chia seeds. I think chia seeds is a very good option for a lot of vegetarian or vegan people. The reason is because they are full of amino acids and a lot of protein also. This is how we supplement our diet if we don't eat meat.
Oats is actually one of my favourite breakfast foods because it's really packed full of nutrients as well as like vitamins and the protein that I need . So I only recently became a full vegetarian in 2019. And when I first told my family about it, right, they were super worried. Like my mom and my grandparents were like, how are you going to have all the strength that you need? You have training, things like that. They're like, if you don't eat meat, you have no strength. I think these are things that people usually correlate to. Like if you don't eat meat, you don't have protein in your diet, which is something that along this journey that I've been on, I've really learned that there's a lot of other forms of food that have it, and oats is one of them. So what else I've added in my oats are bananas, and I do that to load up on the potassium and magnesium I need because it helps you lower your blood pressure . I've also added peanut butter because nuts are a good source of healthy fat plus protein as well. I also added chia seeds because they are a good source of omega-3 fatty acids, which people usually only think can be found in like fish. I think the good thing about oats is that it's very versatile . You can really always add anything. So I do realize that like not everybody loves oats. I think other things that I can usually eat for breakfast is sometimes I do opt for toast. So on the weekends, when I'm feeling a little bit fancy, I will cut some avocados, then I'll put it on toast.
A few moments later.
I'm full. Hey, hello. I'm snacking and doing work. Have you had walnuts before? Yes. Got a healthier choice time. Anyway, it's also a good source of antioxidants and omega-3. More importantly, right, I heard right that walnuts make you a little bit smarter as a person. They are believed to help you improve your brain processing as well as your memory. Let's go and test and see whether my memory got improved or not. I know who to ask. Can I borrow you for 5 minutes? Let's play a game. So I want you to write a list of 10 random things, like grocery list like that. Then I will try to memorize it in 1 minute. I'm very nervous . Okay. Wow shit, did I forget the first one? Number 5 is chicken. Number 9 is oats. Number 2 is beef. 7. Rice. Number 4, cheese tofu. 9 out of 10. We're so impressed. I think not bad, right?
Alright, it's 12 PM, it's time for lunch. So as the producers will be joining me today, I will be bringing them to Zhen Yi Veggie Place, a place that sells vegetarian zita.
This place was introduced to me by one of my friends who has been vegetarian for a very, very long time. The thing about zita, right, I love it a lot because I love the whole community aspect of eating with my friends, and it's something that I kind of felt like I lost when I became vegetarian because I couldn't really share everything that everyone was eating. So for lunch today, I decided to order the butter sauce abalone mushroom, which is this dish over here. It looks really good. Another one I ordered was like the veggie cereal prawn. So cereal prawn was something that I really enjoyed eating when I could still eat meat. And it's something that I do miss. I do miss eating seafood quite a lot. And last but not least, I ordered wonton mee. And they really kind of like smell
very similar to the original dishes. I've decided to try the butter sauce abalone mushroom first. What I really want to call out here is like the buttery sauce. It's very smooth, there's a bit of a sweetness to it as well, so it's like sweet and savoury at the same time, which is kind of what I like. So when I bite in, right, you can feel that crunch of the batter, but inside the mushroom is still very moist and juicy. So it's really like, I cannot, I love it a lot. And mushrooms are like one of my favourite foods, so like being vegetarian has been a lot easier for me because I kind of like the food that I eat lah. Let's move on to try the veggie cereal prawn. It has a bit of a texture of a fish nugget, not as flaky, but I think the taste-wise, it doesn't taste like fish. It tastes more like prawns, the kind of sweetness that prawns have. I would say that if we were eating a real prawn, the texture is definitely completely different. As a vegetarian, what I really miss a lot when I eat these kind of dishes, right? It's really not really the meat lah, it's really because of like the condiments. Like, I feel like I would eat a lot of the mai pian instead of eating like the meat on its own lah. Really, when I was back, I could eat meat. So like if someone ordered like cereal chicken or cereal prawn, right? Maybe I'll eat like 1 prawn or 2 prawns, but then I'll like keep scooping the cereal to eat it. So I think this is the dish I'm kind of like the most skeptical about. When I became vegetarian, right, I don't really opt for a lot of mock meat options because like they are supposedly like, you could call it like empty calories, I guess. Like they just have the flavour of meat but they may not have the nutrients. I think the noodles are very chewy and bouncy. I think the sauce, it really does remind me of the kind of wonton mee sauce that you usually have lah. So now that I've tried all the food, I heard that one of my producers, right, she's not a fan of vegetarian food, but she says she don't really like vegetables. Today, like maybe when her try some of the dishes here, she'll change her mind. Okay, so here's a pair of chopsticks. Let's have lunch together. I heard you like wonton mee, right? That's your favourite food.
Is my favourite food.
Okay, then how about you try wonton mee first? Okay.
It tastes like normal wonton mee.
Are you a fan of mushrooms? No? Not at all? Okay.
I like Chinese vegetables and I don't think mushrooms really fall under that same like green veggie soft stir-fried kind of thing.
Mushrooms are not even
really.
vegetables. They are fungi, you know, like they are not plants, they are like a different
But when you look at the mushroom, you think of them as vegetables?
No, they are just mushrooms, they are in a different category on its own.
Yes. You did, but
Yeah, it's juicy.
it's really good.
It is, right? Okay, so we are gonna finish the rest of our food now and then I'll just see you at dinner. I'm excited. I'm gonna eat. For dinner, I usually try to cook because I am better able to control the ingredients that go into the dish that I'm making. Also, for more practical reasons, because I have training after work, which ends pretty late, most of the time the vegetarian stalls will have closed by then lah. It will just be easier for me to cook at home so that I have something substantial to eat. For dinner today, I'll be making a big vegetarian pasta. It will be a tomato-based pasta cooked with broccoli, Japanese zucchini, mushrooms, pumpkin, and topped with a generous serving of vegetarian cheese. Now it's time to make the sauce, so I just have to heat it up. I guess you can always make it from scratch, but it's a bit more tedious. And if you don't really have time, I guess sometimes like these pre-packed ones from Prego, they taste pretty good. About like 15 to 20 minutes. And now is the wait. Then usually when I'm waiting for my food to get ready, right, I will, like for the food to cook or to bake, I'll just wash the dishes. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm supposed to put it on a plate lah. I say first my plating skills not great. No, it's gonna be a flop. Ooh. Alright, so now it's time to eat. It's my favourite part of the whole cooking process. I have a bit of cheese, there's a nice salty flavour. I usually add pumpkin inside like dishes I cook because pumpkin gives off a very nice natural sweetness. So it kind of balances out that savoury taste. I use like whole grain pasta because it's supposedly healthier lah, I guess. The reason why I decided to cook is because I kind of want to make sure that whatever I put into my body is still nutritious and it's beneficial, especially since I can no longer eat meat lah. This is one of my favourite dishes to make, especially when my friends come over, because I think it's very versatile and everybody loves cheese. If you don't believe whether it tastes good or not, ask the producer to try lah. Come, Isabel, do you want to try? She looks so happy. I think she's like super willing to try.
I love cheese.
Careful your hair. How does it taste?
It's really good.
Yay! I'm glad you liked it. Some more. Some more. So that's kind of like the end of like me eating today. I think out of all the food I've eaten today, I've really seen that there's such a huge variety of things that you can eat, even though I'm just vegetarian. I'm not really very limited by just meat. Back when I used to be part-time vegetarian, it was a little bit more difficult to find like a bigger variety of vegetarian options. I found that I always had to go back to the same few stores or the same few restaurants, but that has really changed in like the past 2 years. I feel that now you can even go to restaurants such as Tanuki Raw and actually order like vegetarian meal for your vegetarian friends, even though it's a place that specializes in like meat and sashimi and oysters and things like that. One of the biggest challenges I faced was really just the whole social aspect of eating. What I did to kind of like help me feel a little bit better about the situation was I actually created this Excel sheet of like restaurants that had like places that my friends would eat at but also had vegetarian options for me. So I have this list to fall back on now. I feel very, very touched and heartened whenever someone tells me like, oh, do you want to go eat vegetarian food? Because I know that like you don't get to eat that very often when you eat out other people. And I think like for me, like a very simple act like that kind of really makes me feel very grateful. If you are someone who wants to explore like a vegetarian or plant-based diet, I think one of the biggest advice I have for all of you out there is to make sure that it's something sustainable. Things that you can do is to really start making it a habit to maybe eat it 3 to 4 times a week. I think it's also important to understand that and not beat yourself up if, let's say, for example, you cheat. When you become vegetarian, the one thing that you should really pay attention to is really nutrition. For example, protein, omega-3 fatty acids, and calcium. Thank you for watching this episode of Eatbook Vlogs. If you like this video, don't forget to watch our other videos over there. And remember to like, share, and subscribe. Bye!